Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Kaiman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Senate could make a surprise. Senate could save Tigathi Gachagua. Gachagua might be off the hook very soon. Gachagua could easily have a lifeline. I'm looking at the Senate and the way the senators are behaving, not talking about the impeachment, not talking about anything, and this silence is palpable. This silence has a message. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I think that there is hope in the Senate? Number one, in my view, if you have been following the politics of this country, you realize that there has been supremacy battles between the National Assembly and the Senate. The Senate believes that the framers of a constitution envisaged a situation where the Senate would be the upper house. On the other hand, the National Assembly strongly believe that they are the upper house. In the process of this contest, Gachagua could escape. In the process of this contest, the Senate could stamp its authority and tell the National Assembly, after all, we are the final decision makers. After all, we are the upper house. After all, we are the one who decides if the governor will continue working, if the DP will continue working, or the president will not continue working. That is why I see that the Senate could surprise Kenyans. Number two, if you look at the senators, majority of them are level-headed. If you look at people like Onyoka, if you look at Edwin Sifuna, and many others, you realize these guys are level-headed. On the other side, if you look at our members of the National Assembly, they are full of what I would call juvenile excitement. They are full of jingoistic spirit. You look at them, they reason emotionally. You look at the senators, they reason logically. A person who reasons emotionally is bound to make mistakes. A person who reasons emotionally is not a level-headed person. A man, a woman who sit down, count 1 up to 10, start reasoning, look at the merits and the demerits of the case, then you realize that that person is likely to make a sober decision. Many people are of the opinion that the National Assembly did not make a sober decision. Whether Gachagua was impeached or not, whether you agree with the impeachment motion or not, the decision was full of emotion. Sometimes shouting matches. Sometimes that excitement, it tells a long story. Number three, Parliament. That's the National Assembly, because both of them are Parliament. The Senate could be out to make history in this country. The history, like the one that was made in the United States, when the Senate of the the Senate of the United States, I think, though Nani was the Congress impeached Bill Clinton, when it came to the Senate saved Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton continued with his office, that is his work. This Senate, I can't foresee a situation where this Senate could make a history, because when the history of this nation will be written, this Senate will occupy a chapter that either saved Gachagua or upheld his impeachment. Number three, I think number four, I look at the Senate and they may want to teach William Samuel Ruto a lesson. A lesson that we are not pushovers. A lesson that we have a mind of our own. A lesson that, William Samuel Ruto has been dining with the National Assembly at the expense of the senators. Look at even the money that is allocated to the members of parliament. It's a lot of money compared to the money that is allocated to the senators. So these guys could start with Gachagua. These guys would want to pass a message to the president and the executive that do all what you want to do, but finally you will add here. Even you, William Samoei Ruto, if the National Assembly impeaches you, you can either uphold or dismiss that impeachment. So it could be, this is a political battle from all angles. Number 3, in my view, if you look at the members of the parliament, members of the National Assembly, today, they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to hide. They can't freely mingle with the electorates. Some of them, we have seen them being chased from meetings. Some of them, in fact, I don't know what will happen to them, because when you come to the ground, you realize that people are very, very angry with them. Because you realize, for example, a member of parliament from, I think, Kinangop, whose electorate said that Gachagua should not be impeached. I think at over 90% said Gachagua should not be impeached. But the member of the National Assembly moved ahead and voted for the impeachment. So in an effort to align themselves with the people, the senators might save Gachagua. In an effort to please the people and win the 2027 general elections, because it's also going to play a bigger role here, I think the Senate could easily save Gachagua. And Gachagua, I think he needs to lobby a lot if he wants to succeed. Want to lobby a lot. And because many people have the opinion that if Gachagua is to go, then William Samoei Ruto also need to be impeached. I don't know what you think, but let me ask you a question before I end this video. Given the Senate and the National Assembly, which house would you trust? Because you see, the Senate is a trial chamber, but when you look at the National Assembly, it just pass, you agree with the mover of the motion. And number 2, do you trust the mover of the motion? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Leave your comments here in the comment section, and kindly like the video, share if you can, and leave a comment. Till next time, bye-bye.